but I initially because the Texas where I have selected was analog profile. So that's why like initially my preference was digital only. So I went to the interview of Qualcomm first of all. The moment I was selected, because what was happening is like in the Qualcomm for different companies it's different, but for Qualcomm it was like at the moment only they were saying if you either were selected you were not selected.
Okay,
They were not
okay.
waiting at the last to tell like which are the students has been selected.
Okay,
So after
okay.
my interview straight away they told me that you were selected.
Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. So today we have Suchismita Dev with us. So she has completed her B.Tech from Jalpaiguri Government of Engineering College and also has completed her M.Tech from IIT Kanpur. She has also cracked companies like Cadence, Qualcomm and NVIDIA, but didn't have a rank 1 or like under rank 100 in GATE. So for the people who get demotivated, right, they can watch this complete video, just learn from her story what things she focused on and how she basically converted, like used whatever rank she had to the best. So let's introduce Suchismita to our channel.
Okay. Hi, I am Suchishmita Bose and I have done my B.Tech from Jalpaiguri Government Engineering College, and after that I have done my Masters from IIT Kanpur, and currently I have joined like NVIDIA through the N.Ex.T program.
Yeah, so you can also explain basically about your B.Tech journey and about your childhood, like how was your college, why did you choose what branch were you from, electrical or EC, and why did you choose like this EC thing, and what were your choices, and did you thought of writing GATE examination after like just joining your B.Tech, when did you thought of that, all these things you can say.
So, like I was from electrical branch. Yeah,
Okay,
had chosen
okay. So
electrical. But during the electrical journey, I have figured out that I'm more interested towards the electronics compared to electrical. So electrical branch will be like helpful if you are going for the government job. Then these branches will be helpful like electrical, mechanical, civil. But if you're looking for like the placement, then it will be better to go for the electronics branch.
yeah, basically if you want to work in the private sector, in the corporate sector, right, it's better if you choose like electronics or other CSIT, all those branches, so there are more options
Yes,
there.
I do. Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
So like I think you wrote the GATE examination as well. So like when
Yes.
did you start preparing for GATE, and like when did you thought that no, electrical is not for me, like during your college days, and then you started preparing, like did you prepared for electrical paper GATE, or like you were
Yeah,
preparing for
I
EC
have
as well?
prepared for electrical only. Yeah, during my time, like I have given that GATE exam in 2021. So at that time, if you are from like electrical background, then you will be able to like give the GATE exam only for the EE paper and as well as the instrumentation paper IN. But currently the situation is different. Like currently we can give the exam for EC as well. So that's a better scenario now. So I have given like GATE exam for the EE paper only. So I have started preparing for the GATE exam from the second year. So I'll say that will be the best time to start prepare. Like at the second year or the third semester, that will be the best time to start preparing.
Yeah, like basically what happens is if you are preparing you for GATE, right, from your second year, like your whatever subjects that come in semesters, that works with parallelly with your
Yes.
GATE subjects as well, and it helps in
Yeah.
your semesters, and it will
Basically, in
help in your.
the basically in the first year, the subjects are pretty much basic subjects like physics, maths. These are the basic subjects are there. Also, the subjects which are not related to the branch, like the electrical branch. So that's why it's the ideal time to start preparing for the GATE exam is like from the second year, where the actual subjects will start. Like the main subjects of the that particular branch will be starting from the second year only. So that's why I'm saying like the second year or the second semester will be the perfect time to start prepare.
Okay, okay. So then like you gave, like at that point of time you were allowed to sit in GATE examination in third year, or like it was only on the final year you can sit in the GATE exam, or
Yeah, that was allowed. The third year was allowed,
okay.
but I have given in fourth year only.
Oh, but you have given in fourth year. Okay, and what was your rank, like what rank you got?
So my rank was around 1000.
1000 in like it was on GATE to 2000, which year was it?
21. It was
21.
21.
Okay, like
Yes.
your rank was 1000, so many people get demotivated after getting a rank of 1000.
Yeah.
I have seen many people get demotivated. So what
Right.
was your reaction after you got rank 1000, and like then how you decided, how you chose the colleges and all those things, So you can
Yes.
talk about
So
that.
initially, like I have started like both the things I have like planned in my mind. Like, should I prepare for the second year, like next year, or I have to like think for the opportunities that I'm having, like with this rank where I can apply. So then I have seen like the MSR thing that's the best thing that I have like talked to different like seniors from different colleges who are doing the like MSR. Then I have come across that the MSR is kind of same with respect to the placement with M.Tech only. So there is nothing that's different. The only thing that's different is the research work. So you have to do the much research work, more research work compared to the M.Tech guys, but the placement thing will be exactly same. So according to me, when I have done the like MSR from IIT Kanpur, so for me, I think that the MSR will be much more better than M.Tech. Why? The reason is like if you haven't decided that whether should I go for the placement or the like PhD or research, then that's the best thing, because like in the MSR you will get the same opportunity just like the M.Tech guys for the placement. But other than that, you can also explore the PhD options, because you are doing the research work more than the M.Tech guys. So you can also explore that option as well. Like a lot of my friends has come to the IIT Kanpur for MSR, and they have finally decided to go for PhD. So you can explore that option if you are coming to like any IITs for MSR.
Okay, by MSR, I think she means by M.Tech in research, and yeah, there are two
M.Tech
programs for M.Tech. Yeah, through GATE you can get either try for M.Tech TA, which is teaching assistant, or M.Tech RA. M.Tech
Yes.
TA is of 2 years, and M.Tech RA is of I think 3 years. So
3 years,
basically, what?
it's variable. It
Oh,
is
it's
variable.
like
It's not fixed that it's 3 years. Yeah.
okay, it depends on the research work, but at minimum it can be like at minimum it would be of 3 years, I think. Is it, or like it can
No,
be
no.
lower than that? Okay.
Minimum is 2 year, maximum is 3 years.
Okay, maximum is 3 years, minimum is 2 years. Okay, so like
Yes.
many
Yes.
students, what they do is generally the cutoff for M.Tech TA goes very high. So the higher rank people they choose, I think M.Tech TA, and the cutoff for M.Tech RA
Yes.
goes low. So that's why like she got a
Yes.
chance to study at IIT Kanpur, and like she did her good
Yes.
research. Like what branch to choose. So what branch did you choose, and like why did you select that particular branch according to your criteria? You can talk
Yes.
a
So
little bit.
basically, I have done my master's from Photonic Science and Engineering department. Okay. So why I have decided to go for this, because if I was going for I will also get the photonics branch in the electrical as well. But the only problem is like photonics specialization was only available for the ECE gate paper. So since I have given my gate exam in electrical gate paper, so I was not like eligible for applying in these branches or this specialization. I was only eligible to apply for the power specialization. So because as I have just told, like I was more interested in the electronics domain, so that's why I have applied it in this department, because this was an interdisciplinary department. So anyone from any paper can apply in this particular department. Then I have also researched with the seniors from this department that whether the placement opportunity is same like the electrical or not. So then I have come across to like this is same. If you are from IIT Kanpur, you can do any course. There is nothing like any strict like compulsion that you have to do these courses. If you are from this department, you can do any courses. You can like sit for the placement as well. You will be treated as same. So that's the reason that I have like chosen this particular department, so that I can explore the electronics domain.
Okay, okay. So, then like you got into IIT Kanpur, and what year was it? It was 2021 August, I think. You started your
21, 21
M.Tech.
August. Yes.
Okay. So you had studied any like particular topics before going into before starting your M.Tech, or like no, like you just go went there and just see whatever topics there are and study along with
I
that.
started to talk with the seniors from my department, also the electrical department, so that I got to know that what are the subjects that I need to prepare for the placement. So initially, I have decided only that I'll sit for the placement, and also I have decided and I have come across from the seniors like the CGP is very important. And since I'm from like I have applied for the IIT Kanpur, so as everyone knows, like in IIT Kanpur, the course curriculum is little bit like hectic. So I have to manage the CGPA. Along with that, I have to manage the placement as well. So I have started like preparing very little amount for the placement from the initial period only before joining M.Tech. The timing for when I have like got the selection, but I haven't joined. So from that time only, I have like started talking with the seniors and got to know that which are the subject that I have to prepare for the placements.
Okay. So like, and what about the research work? So when do you do the research work, and like when do you do the courses? Like, or it is very hectic to
Okay.
do the research along with the courses.
Yes. So, like, it's very much, pretty much manageable. It's like you have to decide and like what are the particular strategy that you have to maintain. First of all, like if you are going for the M.Tech, then you have 2 years. So in these 2 years, the first semester you should focus on the course work completely. The research work, you do not need to think about the research work. The first semester you should focus for the coursework, and in the second semester, the guide will be, the professor will be decided that who will be your supervisor. So depending upon that, very little amount of research. Basically, the literature review part will be started from the second semester, and then the main portion of the main research will be started from the summer term. The gap in between the second semester and the third semester, that is the summer term. And after that, if you are getting the correct supervisor or good supervisor, then you will get the enough time to prepare for the placement, which is the third semester. And after the placement, the remaining fourth semester, you should focus on the research work to complete the thesis and all the things, so that you get the degree in the correct time, basically.
Okay, so like like Didi has given the complete roadmap of like complete M.Tech, when to focus on which things. So like that's a great thing. So then like you like focus on your coursework. Then I think the when was this NVIDIA N.Ex.T like test you gave? When was this test?
So at that time, I already got the offer from Qualcomm from on campus, basically.
Okay. And like you can talk about, okay,
Yeah.
let's start with Qualcomm first. So like when did Qualcomm came? During your second semester or third semester?
Before Qualcomm, I had one more offer, which is Cadence. So I
Okay,
am giving all the
let's go
scenario.
with
What
yeah.
was happening?
Okay, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So what was happening is like we already knew that in this year the recession was going on. So like we were kind of like skeptical that the placement, how the placement will be going on. We didn't know that particular thing. So I have started like applying off campus only before even the on campus procedure starts. So that's
Okay,
why at that time I got referral from Cadence, and I have given the interview for the EMIR role, basically the backend profile, and I got the offer from Cadence. So at that time, the on campus hadn't been started yet. The written tests were going on, but the interview was not started yet. So
okay.
after that, I have given the interview in like IIT Kanpur, which was like the day one only. I got the offer from Qualcomm, and at that time I cancelled I declined the offer from the Cadence. Like, okay, I'll go for the Qualcomm thing. So I was pretty much happy. Like I got the offer from Qualcomm. All the things have done. After that, the N.Ex.T program, the written test thing I have given. At around, I think, February. So December I got the offer from Qualcomm, and on February basically I've given the written test for the N.Ex.T program, which is like for the NVIDIA. And after that, all the process has been done, and in 1 and 2 months, I think they have confirmed the offer from the NVIDIA. So then I like declined the offer from the Qualcomm, and finally I have joined NVIDIA.
Okay, so like let's start with scratch. You applied Cadence through a referral. So was it like you messaged many HR recruiters, or like you were applying in the
Yeah.
careers portal? How were you applying exactly?
Yeah, so I started like applying in, like, I don't remember, like 100 to 200 companies, but with referral only. But that also will not confirm like you will get the interview call
Call.
or not.
Okay.
So
With
I
referral,
didn't
you mean
get
just
the.
texting in LinkedIn, is it, or like
Yes,
just
yes. Texting in LinkedIn as well. Also, I had some contacts. I had some friends in different
okay,
companies. So I
okay,
told them whenever some opening I have seen in the LinkedIn. So I told I told my friends
okay,
basically to give referral for that particular
okay.
company.
Yeah.
But for Cadence, the thing was different. Like I messaged randomly, like on LinkedIn, on a particular person who was like principal designer. In that particular Cadence company. So at that time, he just directly given or referred my resume to HR, the recruiting HR of that particular profile, and then I got a call from that HR that
And then it
you
was
have been.
directly an interview call, right? There was no screening test or anything like that. Directly
No,
interview
no
call.
written test, nothing, just
And
interview
like
call. Yeah.
yeah, just specifically if you say like exactly what did like which topics did they focus on interview? Like this was I think for a
Yes,
specific role,
yes.
or yeah, you can say.
Yeah, so the profile was product engineer, but I didn't know about what is that particular profile. So I told the HR to like give me the JD. So in the JD, it was more, the profile was more about the EMIR role, basically the backend, like the
Okay.
checking portion, the power checking, the signal checking, signal integrity, basically the backend profile. The profile was morely inclined towards that. So from the JD only, I have like prepared like what are the subjects, the basic subjects I have prepared, which is the digital IC design, like physical designing, then STA, Verilog. These are the basic subjects that I have prepared. But other than that, from the JD, I have seen that EMIR thing. So I have like searched those particular areas as well, like EMIR. What are the tools for that particular EMIR check? And according to that, like some JD thing I have I have prepared, but the basic things I also have prepared.
So like when like how many interviews rounds were there? Was it only one or two, 3 rounds were there?
No, 3 rounds were there. First of all, the
Okay.
basic round. After that, the advanced, and finally the round was like managerial and HR.
Manager. Okay,
Okay.
HR one. So in basic one, like what like from where they asked? Did they ask like basic theoretical subjects as well, like digital electronics and those things, or like?
Yes. So in the first round of the like Cadence interview, it was a basic interview. So in the basic interview, they asked me basically the STA part. They have given me like two flip flops, and then they have given like if this is the setup time, this is the hold time, then whether there will be any setup violation, hold violation, how can we reduce the setup violation, hold violation. Basically, all the STA things they have asked in the first interview, and other than that, they have given me to like write the code in Verilog for certain designs. So these are some basic questions in the basic list.
Okay, and then it advanced, like did they ask about the like in whatever was written in the JD? So they mainly asked from
Yes,
that, or
yes,
like
yes.
they also asked from your resume, like you or like they didn't ask about
No,
easily.
not in the Cadence interview. Other
Okay,
interviews, like I have faced questions from
okay, okay.
resume, but not in the Cadence.
So
In the
like in
Cadence,
the
I
advanced,
have
they
like
basically
the
asked. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You can say,
So
you
in
can
the
say.
advanced test, they have like asked more about the areas which is mentioned in the JD. So like the EMIR, what is EM drop, what is IR drop, how can we reduce it, what are the tools, have you like come across any of these tools or not, so you used those tools or not, related to those questions they have asked in the
Okay,
second
okay,
interview.
okay. Okay, so yeah, you got like the cadence offer. Then like you sat in the written test of Qualcomm. So like mainly from which areas they ask in the written test? Like it's like mainly basic gate level, or like it's more of a higher level things.
Yes, so it's basic the gate syllabus, and also with that the like programming portion, the C, and other than that the puzzles, some of the puzzles. Basically, in
Okay.
other companies as well, the written tests are kind of same syllabus, but in Qualcomm the extra thing is the puzzle. So they always give some puzzle questions in the written test.
Okay, and what about like that coding part? So how difficult is the coding part? Like from where they should study the for the coding and puzzle things?
So for the coding, the basic coding they asked in the like written test, like to find out whether is there any syntax error or not. These are the very basic questions. Like if you are seeing a till pointer, so till pointer in the C, if
Pointer.
you are if you don't know about C language at all, and if you want to like see for this written test for these core companies, so then it will be enough that if you learn till pointer for C, and
Okay,
also the
okay.
little bit of the data structure thing, that's also
Okay.
required.
Okay, like basics basically for programming in
Yes,
C.
yes.
Is in C. Okay. So then you got selected for Qualcomm as well, and like, so what was the format of interviews and like what happened there?
Okay, so in IIT Kanpur, the thing is like first of all the written tests will be done for all the companies, and then one by one the like shortlisting will be given to you, and depending upon that, you can see that in which are the companies where you have been selected for the interview, and after that, some of the companies are like in the slot one of the day one, as the so basically like interview starts at the night of the 30th November. And in the
Okay.
30th November, basically from 12 o'clock at night, the interviews will be started for the slot
Oh
one.
wow. Okay.
Um, yeah, so in the slot one, the companies are like for core companies, if I'm talking about Qualcomm, Intel, and Texas. So these three companies usually come in the slot one. And then you will get, if you are selected, say for example, all the three companies for the interview, then you will get one preference list that your preference one is, say for example, Qualcomm, then Texas, then Intel. In this way, you will give the preference form. So once you will be selected for a particular company. If that company is already your preference one company, then it will be locked. You will not be able to give interview in other companies. But if it's not the preference one company, then you will be asked questions that whether you want to give interview in other companies as well. But one thing is, like, if you say for example, if you are selected in Qualcomm, and Qualcomm is your preference two company, your preference one company, say for example Texas, where you also has been selected for interview, then you will get question like whether you want to go for the interview of Texas or not. If you say for example say yes, then you have to decline the offer from the Qualcomm. It's not possible like you hold the offer and then you go for the other interview. That's not
Okay,
possible.
okay,
You,
okay,
have,
okay.
you either have to accept it or you have to decline it. So in my case, it was like, for example, my preference one was Qualcomm. So once I was selected for Qualcomm, so I told them like I want to accept this particular offer. So the moment I am saying that I am accepting the offer, it will be locked. My profile will be also locked.
Okay, so you prepared for analog as well, or you completely prepare for digital VLSI?
No, mainly I was focusing in the digital, but I didn't know the situation, so that's why I also have prepared some about an analog as well. Yeah.
Okay, so you cleared the written test of Texas as well, or like you didn't?
Yes, Texas, I guess. Yeah.
Okay, okay. So, but then you didn't get the question that which one you want to select, but because basically your preference was Qualcomm. That's why.
No, actually, my interview, I initially because the Texas where I have selected was analog profile. So that's why like initially my preference was digital only. So I went to the interview of Qualcomm first of all. The moment I was selected, because what was happening is like in the Qualcomm for different companies it's different, but for Qualcomm it was like at the moment where only they were saying like you either you are selected, you are not selected. They
Okay,
are not
okay.
waiting at the last to tell like which are the like students has been selected.
Okay,
So after
okay.
my interview, straight away they told me that you were selected. So I didn't go for any other interview. I just have went for the Qualcomm interview.
Okay. So now you can like say about your Qualcomm interview experience. How was Qualcomm interview experience, and like what like you can say briefly about your resume as well. Like how was your resume adjusted, and like also say what courses you followed for like clearing this basic ST and all those things from where you prepared.
Okay, okay. So let's just talk about the first of all interview. So for the Qualcomm interview, it was like it was started from the 12 o'clock at night. So they have divided all the students in a couple of slots. Like you are in this slot, this slot, this slot, in this way. So whenever a particular student is going for interview, first of all they were like there are a couple of rooms where different interviewers were sitting for taking the interview. So in my case, it was a single interview. But for others, for a couple of other students, it was like two interviews. The first interview was the technical interview. If you are selected, then it will be the HR interview or second interview. It depends, like it varies, like depending upon how is your interview, depending upon that.
Okay.
So in my
Okay.
case, it was a single interview. So in my interview, the interviewer asked me the questions from FIFO. So I have seen this particular thing like for other students as well. They were asking questions from FIFO. So each company has some like a favorite topic. So I have figured out like that Qualcomm has a favoritism towards the FIFO. So they asked almost all the students about FIFO thing. So same for me as well. So they asked me questions like the full condition, empty condition, then for example the architecture of FIFO, then the two flip-flop thing, the synchronizer thing. These are the things they have asked in the interview. Other than this, they the interviewer has also given me one puzzle. So that is also one more thing in Qualcomm. They usually give questions from puzzle as well. So the FIFO part and the puzzle, these are the basic questions that has been asked to me in the interview. After that, they straight away told me that you were selected. No HR round was there for me. It was selected. But after the selection, they told me like one more like the discussion round will be there with one another interviewer which is who is from the same team only. So he just want to talk with us since we are already has been selected. So he was just So, and that discussion round, like all the topics, if you have come across the course which is there in like IIT Madras, Janakinatham Digital IC Design course. So all the topics from the Digital IC Design course has been asked to me in that particular interview. So he was really impressed with, because I knew all the topics. So I will say that if you like preparing for the digital, that is the like Bible for you. Like you should prepare
Okay.
that particular course in whichever interview you are going, you'll face questions, at least one question from that particular course. So I'll say that the digital IC design course from like Janakinatham, IT Madras, that's the best one. Other than that, you should prepare the physical designing. So NPTEL one course is there by, I think, Professor Indranil Dashgupta. So Indranil Shen-Gupta, I think, yeah, Indranil Shen-Gupta. That course is of physical designing. For STA particularly, you can prepare from VLSI expert blog is there one. So you can prepare from there the STA part. And for Verilog, it's up to you. Like I have prepared Verilog from, I have done one internship, online internship from Medan Silicon. So from there I have prepared Verilog. So it's up to you. So there's one more course by NPTEL only. Professor Indranil Shen-Gupta from IIT Kanpur about the Verilog as well. So that course is also good. So you can prepare Verilog from there as well.
Okay. So like yeah, that those were a few great sets of resources. So like you answered all the questions which the interviewer asked like from that course itself. Like he was asking just throwing questions at you and you answered
Yes,
all the
yes,
questions.
yes, yes. I already knew like what will be the next question because I have done that course. So I was like seeing that he was asking questions from that course only. So
Okay.
like at the last he was saying like what are the questions that I should ask you which you cannot answer. This
Okay. Okay.
yeah,
Like so.
ask you all the topics.
Look, according to you, what is the level of the questions? You might say like medium, easy, difficult. According to you, what is the level of question that like interviewer has asked?
Second, like medium, not hard. I haven't faced any hard questions. They are not asking any hard questions. They are also they are very cooperative. If you are not able to answer, also they'll help you. Like in
Okay.
this direction, you should think. So eventually, you
Okay.
will be
Okay.
able to answer.
Yeah, they will give you heads. Okay. So
Yes.
next this Qualcomm thing has happened and you got your selection. I think you are very happy. Everyone is very happy. But then NVIDIA
Yes. Yes.
launches a off-campus written test. So that was surprising. We also didn't thought that they will like do this written test because previous year they did, but this year like recession was going on. But still they
Yes.
started that written test. So then you applied for it. And what were the topics, how you prepared for the written test? Basically you can say which resources you followed, or like the same resources that you studied previously, that you explained, that only is
Okay.
the same.
Yeah. Okay. So in the last year, this program the written test was around on June. So I didn't think that in this year they'll do this particular process from February only. So at the like at February only, I have seen that this particular notification and I have applied there. I haven't like thought about like whenever the written test will be going on and all. So usually like in this particular next program, if you're applying, you'll definitely get called. There is no shortlisting and all. They told you like there is some resume shortlisting, but they'll give you written test like link for all of the people who are applying for the test basically. So after
Okay.
that, I have received the link. I have started preparing. So I have come across that the NVIDIA as a like NVIDIA usually asks questions from like COA, computer architecture.
Okay.
So I have specially prepared that part other than the like remaining part which I already have prepared earlier. So other than that, I have specially prepared the computer architecture for the written test. So there were two written tests, basic test, and after that, if you're clearing that test, then there will be advanced test. So basic test was basically the maths ELA. There is no technical question in the basic test. In the advanced test, you will get the technical questions, the digital basic questions, and also the gate level questions. And other than that, the computer architecture questions were there in the advanced test. And if you are clearing the advanced test, then there will be 2-round interview. First is the technical interview for me, others as well. Second was for me managerial plus HR round. But for others, the second round was also technical round. So it varies. But for me, one technical round, second round was managerial plus HR round.
Okay. Basically, like you were so good technically, they didn't need to test you again. So that's why they
I don't
only
think
one
so
round.
because yeah, ultimately those were also selected who were
Yeah,
given two
I'm
technical
just
rounds.
saying.
Those also.
I'm
Yeah.
just saying, like, so okay. So in mathematics, in the basic round, what is the like syllabus? It's basically gate syllabus only, logical reasoning and mathematics gate. If you do gate level things, or it's like IIT
CAT,
JEE things also you
like
do.
CAT syllabus. CAT
CAT
syllabus
syllabus.
like yeah, quant and ELA.
A content
Not
it's
that
quite
much
slow, but
hard level. Yeah, so not that much hard level of the CAD, but yeah, the basic level,
okay.
like
But
LR
for
and
maths,
quant.
maths you have to study like IIT level also,
No,
or
no,
like
not
it's
maths,
get.
quant, not maths, not
Okay,
engineering maths. It was quant. Yeah.
okay, only quant and LR they asked.
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
just basic. Okay, only cat level.
And
Okay,
English. Yeah,
English.
basically, yes.
Okay, okay. So then, like in the technical, you told like it basic, like mostly it's basic digital electronics and COA. That was mostly. And like
Yes, yes.
in interview also, I think it was mostly COA related and digital electronics, or
Yes,
there
yes,
was.
yes. In the interview as well, like the questions were other than the basic questions, they asked me like Verilog questions, the digital questions as well. But they also asked me questions from computer architecture. So I'll say that if you haven't learned anything about the computer architecture, if you want to prepare for the NVIDIA, then you should prepare at least some like subjects like the topics like the cache memory and the pipeline. So these two topics are the important topics for the computer architecture for NVIDIA.
Okay, okay. So from where can you prepare? Like you prepare for NPTEL, or in your course curriculum it was already there?
No, no, not in my course curriculum because I was like electrical background. I was having electrical background, so it's not there in my BTech. So I have just randomly searched in the YouTube. So you can like prepare from any YouTube playlist. There are a couple of YouTube playlists are there for computer architecture. You just if you do not have time, then prepare these particular topics from that particular playlist.
Okay, okay. So then like you can also say about your resume, like we haven't talked about your resume. So your resume was like 2 page or it was single place, and how you wrote things in your resume, like what were the projects there, you can say. And like did they ask questions from resume, what type of questions they ask from your resume?
Yes. My resume was of single page. I have come across this thing from my seniors. Is like if you are fresher, then it's better to have single page resume. Otherwise, the impression will not be good if you have 2 page resume and still you are a fresher because not so much thing will be there in your resume. So that's why it's a single page resume for me as well. And for in the IIT Kanpur, it was strict that you should have single page resume. So I have prepared a single resume only for digital. And for analog and other things as well, I have prepared different single page resume. In my resume, basically, there's a couple of projects are there. So I'll suggest that you should have at least 2 to 3 projects because in your interview, you will eventually get questions from like project as like most of the times you will get questions from project. In my case, since I have done one online internship from like Maven Silicon, so there I have done 2 projects. So I have written those 2 projects in my resume. Other than that, I have written projects which I have done in IIT Kanpur. So in IIT Kanpur, I have taken courses for digital VLSI, analog VLSI, and IC fabrication. So I have taken a couple of courses in IIT Kanpur. So in those courses, whatever projects that I have done, that I have included in my resume. So project is important in resume, and other than that, the skill portion is important. So whatever skill you are writing, like many people usually asked me like about the certification and all. So I have come across this thing that certification not matters that much because until unless you don't know about that particular topic, if you have just written that I have this certificate about this particular topic, it doesn't matter. So you should have the knowledge. So even if you're, basically in my resume, I haven't included any column about certification. I have just column about the skill. So I have written those skills. So they usually ask questions from the skill. So skill and the project, these two are the very important portion in resume.
Okay, so after like getting the interview call and have the interview has happened, so after how much time like you got, like they told you that you have got selected in the NVIDIA like N.Ex.T like program and
I think after 2 to 3 weeks, they told us earlier like they'll give information in just 1 week, but it was kind of delayed and we got information after 2 to 3 weeks of the last interview.
okay, okay. So okay, you got like at the NVIDIA as well. So then like I think it was your final sem was going on, or
Yes, yes. The last semester was going on. At that time, I was writing my thesis.
okay.
So
So
basically, that was
basically,
also a hectic task. Yeah.
how much time like you took to complete the MS research, like M.Tech research? Was it like 2 years for you, or it was like same 3 years also?
No, no. For me, it was like 3 year, not 3 year, basically less than 3 year, kind of 2.7 year, you can say.
Okay, so that is one thing. So then like I think you just joined NVIDIA now, and like you
Yes.
still haven't started. It's basically the orientation and stuff are ongoing right now. So
Yeah.
like
Yes.
obviously you won't be able to say about your things. So you can say about your experience in IIT Kanpur and in general, like your journey. Like how have you like even though your gate rank wasn't that good, right? Many people consider it bad. Still, like how can you improve and do like few things specifically?
Yeah. So basically, I'll say that first of all, you should like think or you should decide that in which particular area you want to go. Like either you want to go for the research or you want to go for the placement. So depending upon that, you can decide. So if you are like if you are prepared for the gate and you are not getting that much good rank, then you should have the correct like thinking that if you are planning for the placement, just do a research that in which particular college with my rank I can go, and if I'm going there, so talk with the seniors for that particular department, for that particular IIT, that what is the placement opportunity, how many students has been placed. See, like you can see that for a particular department, the highest package is of like 40 lakh. But it can also happen that in that particular department, you have 10 students and only 2 students have been placed. So that's not a good particular placement scenario. So you should ask the percentage as well, like amongst how many students have been placed, internship things. So all of these things you should research, and then only you can decide that whether should I go for that particular department for that kind
M.Tech.
like IIT.
Yeah.
Yes.
So these are available on their websites. I think like you can go and research. I think their website and
Yes,
brochures,
yes.
all these are
In the
available.
website, it's available, but it's better to ask the seniors because
Seniors.
the real scenario will get to know if you talk with the seniors only.
Okay. So like it was great talking with you, Sushmita Di, and I just requested you to come to my channel and just like came in one go. So any parting words you want to say to our viewers, and like how should they like go along if they are starting their journey just in B.Tech first year, or like or what things should they follow? You can say a bit about that. Then we'll wrap up.
I can understand that when you are in B.Tech, so you will not be probably able to understand in which area you have your interest. So I'll just say that if you are from electronics background, then you can all like prepare for the gate as well, and then go for the in IIT and then prepare for the placement as well. But like since I am like currently in NVIDIA, so I have come across a lot of B.Tech students from different colleges. It's not about from IIT only. So couple of students are there from different tier 2, tier 3 colleges as well. They have only done B.Tech and they have come to like NVIDIA. So you have opportunity. You should grab those opportunities and use LinkedIn or any sort of this platform as well. This is very helpful. You can contact with different seniors, different company persons. You will get to know that there are a couple of opportunities you can avail for that. If you do not have that opportunity, then finally you can give for a GATE exam and go to IITs and get grad placements there as well. Now, if someone is preparing for core, then I'll say that decide that first of all you are preparing for analog or digital. Depending upon that, start preparing. So I'll not suggest that prepare both the domains like with full same attention. Yeah, otherwise you will be like devastated. You should prepare a particular domain completely. Other than that, you can also prepare the other domain as well. So I can only talk about digital. So for digital, as I have told you, that it's not difficult. Some basic subjects are there. Every company do ask questions from those basic subjects. Like for example, digital IC design, physical designing, STA, and Verilog. These are basic subjects. If you have time after completing these subjects, then you can explore like system Verilog, UVM, all of these things. But those are not like compulsory subject that you should prepare for it. So yeah, that's about it.
Okay, yeah, like you like summarized everything in a very good manner. So yeah, thank you, Dee, for coming to our channel, and we'll meet again
Thank
and we'll
you.
see again.
Nice talking to you as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.